I'm Barbara Brooks. I'm the Artistic Director of the Minnesota Jewish Theater Company. And as I just said, it bears repeating. It's really wonderful for me to be able to sit on stage with JuCoby Johnson. And Miriam Schwartz. Introductions. I want to introduce the director of our show, Harry Waters Jr., who's sitting right there. And our awesome stage manager, Samson Perry. So to get started, I think that I would like Miriam and JuCoby to each say a couple of sentences about who you are and your background.
Cool. Want to go?
Yeah, super chill. So I'm JuCoby Johnson. I am originally from Jacksonville, Florida. I moved here in 2011, so I've been here almost 8 years now. I went to the University of Minnesota, the Guthrie Theater BFA program. And I've been acting professionally for like 3-4 years now. That's my background.
This is your second
this is my
here.
second show at Minnesota Jewish Theater. 2 years ago, I did The Whipping Man in this same time slot. It was like a year ago we opened.
Right, in the winter, yeah.
And my name is Miriam Schwartz. I'm originally from Seattle, Washington, but I came to Minneapolis to attend the same program that JuCoby did. We overlapped by a year. This is my 8th show at the Minnesota Jewish Theater, so that's exciting for me. But first 2-person show, which is a different experience.
Miriam has done evidently 1 2-person shows, several solo shows, and a few multicast shows.
The whole
gamut.
Yeah.
Each of you, JuCoby and Miriam, what drew you to the play actually and to your individual roles?
I think the biggest thing that drew me is I am interested in the ways in which we teach young men about sex and how different it is and how much of a gap there is from the way we teach young men about sex and the way we teach young women about sex, and how a lot of these things come out of a lack of empathy and a lack of understanding of how your body actually works and how much we don't talk about what that interaction should be. We don't talk about consent. We don't talk about what happens when you're in the moment and you might lose consent. As a young man, I feel taught, or for a while I felt like I was taught to never talk about it, just act on it instead of discussing it first, because to discuss it would be somehow unsexy. And that leads to awful interactions like this one. And so that interested me, and I wanted to, try to explore what that is.
Yeah. And I think in general, I'm interested in pieces that explore human connection that like just misses a little bit, where people aren't on the same page. I think that's interesting to lean into theatrically, because as actors we're trained to like really connect and be very much on the same level. So then to work with 2 characters who miss each other, and also I think it's rare to work on a piece where you get a real sense of the histories that 2 people enter an interaction with. Obviously, in every social interaction, people are coming in with what happened to them that day or earlier, and we never get to know those things unless we ask. And then to JuCoby's point, I think working on a piece that feels so of the moment was both really scary for me and has been really rewarding as well.
When I chose this script for production, I was won over by the depth of the writing and the complexity that we are given for these two individuals and their lives. I just felt that there was so much in there. Would you agree? I mean, do you feel like these characters are well written, that they are just real, honest, truthful human beings?
Yeah, I feel like they're honest for better or for worse.
Yeah, right.
They sort of put themselves out there fully, and both of them say things that to say in public could lead to some judgments on their own character, but they're honest for better or for worse.
And we get to see things that, hear their secrets in some ways too, which just adds to the multi-dimensionality of them.
This is a very emotional play, and I'm wondering if you would share how you prepare for the role, well, how you prepared in rehearsals, and then is there anything in particular you do before each performance to get ready for it? I mean, it's a real... Did I touch a...
No, it's great.
No, what I'll say is that I've known Miriam for quite some time, and that was sort of the key for me in feeling capable of doing this every day and every night, because it's a monster of a thing to do every day. But knowing Miriam so well and having such fun with Miriam in life made it easy. Do you want to tell them what we do before the play?
Yeah. Well, sometimes we just lay on the floor for a bit and try to remember our lines. But also we dance.
You dance a lot.
Really stupidly to some of the pre-show music.